Summary of Othello by William Shakespeare. Roderigo is upset with Iago in Venice because Desdemona has run off with the Moorish commander Othello, despite the fact that Roderigo has paid Iago money to assist him in wooing Desdemona. Iago tells him that he hates Othello too, even though he works for him as a flag bearer because Othello picked Cassio over Iago to be his assistant. The two men go to the Senator Brabantio's house, Desdemona's father, and wake him up by telling him in detail how his daughter had sex with the Moor. Outraged, Brabantio cuts Othello off while he is getting a message from the Duke of Venice that needs to be read right away. He then goes with Othello to see the Duke. Brabantio tells the Duke that Othello used magic to get Desdemona to fall in love with him. Othello says that Desdemona was interested in him because of the interesting stories about his life and how brave he was in battle. Desdemona backs up Othello's story when she is asked to. Without much enthusiasm, Brabantio blesses the couple. The Duke then tells Othello to charge a group of Venetian ships to protect Cyprus from an attack by the Turks. Desdemona goes with him. Iago tells Roderigo that he will still win Desdemona in the end, but he also tells Roderigo behind his back that he's only using him for money while he plans his own payback. When the Venetians get to Cyprus, the governor Montano tells them that the Turkish fleet has been sunk by a storm, so they are no longer a military danger. While Othello is busy, Iago quickly comes up with a way to make him think that Desdemona has been cheating on him with either Cassio or Roderigo. Iago is able to get Cassio drunk that night, while Othello and Desdemona go to bed to make love. Then he encourages Roderigo to anger Cassio, which leads to a fight. Othello fires Cassio because he is upset. At the same time, Iago talks Desdemona into trying to get Othello to forgive Cassio. Iago then uses Desdemona's pleas for Othello to be kind to Cassio to make Othello think that Desdemona is cheating on him with Cassio. Iago's trick works because Othello keeps thanking Iago for being honest. Later, Emilia gives Desdemona the handkerchief that Othello had given her as a love gift when she drops it. Iago had asked Emilia for a long time to steal it for him. It is then put in Cassio's room by Iago. Iago is angry with Othello and tells him to show him proof that Desdemona is cheating on him. Iago tells Cassio that he has heard him dream sexy thoughts about Desdemona and has seen him wipe his mouth with Desdemona's towel. Iago is made a lieutenant by Othello, who also tells him to kill Cassio within 3 days. After that, Othello goes to Desdemona's room and asks her for the handkerchief. Desdemona, who was looking for the towel, says she can't find it. Oh, Othello storms off. At the same time, Bianca, Cassio's lover and a prostitute, comes to his rooms. Cassio wants her to make a copy of a handkerchief that he found in his room and really likes. Iago keeps making Othello angry with jealousy. He tells Othello that Cassio has admitted to sleeping with Desdemona, and Othello has an epileptic fit. While he talks to Cassio about Desdemona, Iago tells Othello to hide. He even asks Cassio about Bianca, which makes Cassio laugh. As he watches from afar, Othello gets more and more angry. When Bianca shows up, she throws Desdemona's towel at Cassio and says he stole it from another whore. Iago easily gets Othello to kill Desdemona after Cassio and Bianca leave. Iago says he will take care of Cassio by himself. He then finally gets Roderigo to agree that if Cassio died, Othello would have to stay in Cyprus and leave Desdemona in Venice for Roderigo. Roderigo is told by Iago to wait outside of Bianca's house that night and kill Cassio when he leaves. Roderigo is set up by Iago to kill Cassio that night by plan. Roderigo strikes Cassio as he leaves Bianca's house, hurting both of them. When Othello hears Roderigo pleading for help, he thinks that Cassio is dead and is moved by Iago's loyalty. Iago, meanwhile, goes to Bianca's and finds Cassio hurt. He stabs Roderigo, killing him and making sure that his secret won't get out. Iago then calls the others, saying that he has arrested Bianca because he thinks she worked with Roderigo. Othello shows up at Desdemona's room at the same time. Even though she begs him to spare her life, He suffocates her with a pillow because he is so beautiful. When Emilia gets to Othello to tell him that Roderigo is dead and Cassio is still living, she hears Desdemona's last cries. Emilia asks Othello why he killed Desdemona, and Othello says that Iago showed him that Desdemona slept with Cassio. When Montana, Iago, and Gratiano, a cousin of Brabantio's, show up, Emilia tells Iago he's lying and says she stole this from Desdemona because her husband told her to. Iago is attacked by Othello. Iago stabs and kills Emilia during the chaos, then runs away. Montano and Gratiano take Othello's weapons away and then go after Iago. When they take him back into prison, Othello hurts him before taking away his weapons again. The letters that were found on Roderigo's body show all of Iago's plans, but he won't say what they are. Othello pulls out a secret knife and kills himself after giving a speech.
About the author. Shakespeare is probably the most well-known writer in history, but we still don't know a lot about his life. His father was a glove maker, and when he was young, Shakespeare only went to grade school. He married Anne Hathaway in 1582, but he left his family around 1590 to become an actor and writer in London. Shakespeare was an instant hit. He quickly became the most famous writer of his time and a part owner of the Globe Theatre. In 1603, King James gave his theatre group the name the King's Men. Shakespeare moved to Stratford-upon-Avon in 1613, when he was wealthy and well-known. He died 3 years later.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.